His 25th career game early in his sophomore year. He's kind of like an old freshman. Coach Josh Leffler and I were talking about him yesterday. But Stemke, his potential is just up, up, up. No question about it. And then you talk about the young backcourt of Jacob Theodosio and of freshman Braden Speed. Jacob, a sophomore transfer from Wyoming. Both of those two fellas off to great starts for Loyola. Hampton gets the first shot from Farrakhan. Noah Farrakhan, their top scorer. They come in averaging about 75 points a game. They've won 3 straight, 5 of their last 7. The Greyhounds had a good as David Brown throws up his first 3 successfully, and the Greyhounds are up 3-0.
Yeah, we love David Brown, the senior. We talk about how much he's been working on and continues to improve. Nice job finding them there in the corner. Good stroke to get the senior going right off the bat, Gary.
David Brown has hit some big shots in his career. Struggling with that shot to get going, but between defense and activity, as a foul's going to be called in the lane there, David Brown is one of those glue players, Jim. Just defends hard, gets his hands on loose balls, causes turnovers. Good assist guy. There's a reason he starts.
Absolutely,
still.
And you see right off the bat here with Hampton, they love to punch it into the big fella. Unique rink, 6'10" forward from Newark, New Jersey, big fella.
Freshman.
Going to be a battle for the Illich guys down in the post.
He converts the first. Hampton has had so many starting lineups this year. They're going to play probably 12 or a little more today. Loyola doesn't quite have that kind of depth, especially after losing senior guard Chris Kazemka, a really key bench player. He's going to be out indefinitely with an illness. A little over a minute in, Speed kicks it over to the corner to Tyson Commander. Theodosio over to Milos Illich. Might be the best player in the conference going into conference play soon. Illich, as he gets a hold of that loose ball. Speed trying to go around that screen. David Brown right back to the big man.
Ready.
Great spin move, great left hand hook, wow.
It all started with the ball screen. Set the ball screen, perfect roll right to the block. He established position, good job for the guards to find Illich. I thought he had a wide open layup right away. Threw an extra pump fake in there, got the defender on the heels. Nice touch by Illich.
The healthiest he's been by far in his time at Loyola. Senior, Milos Illich, 6'10". His brother Velko will be on the floor fairly soon, I would guess. Bristol, no good. Got a good look top of the key.
Good box out too. Illich put a body on the big fella, went up, secured the rebound. Greyhounds one stop and out.
And Speed hits the deck and goes through the legs of Farrakhan to keep that possession alive. Back of the iron on the three-point miss by Theodosio. 5-2 Loyola it remains. 2.5 minutes gone in this first half. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to anybody who's watching on this first very cold day of winter.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. You get all the Christmas shopping done?
I'm done.
I'm waiting for Mr. Amazon to show up at the door here.
And that time, with more rhythm, Wayne Bristol Jr. cans the 2.
Yeah, the
5'4" Hounds.
Graduate guard, transfer from Georgetown. Went to the same prep school I went to, St. Thomas More in Connecticut, and you see Jacob Theodosiou attacking the seams. Good job turning the corner, getting to the rim.
Showing you he's got inside, medium, and outside capabilities. 6'4" sophomore guard, leads the team in minutes played.
Yeah, I love the way he plays with intensity on the floor. You can see he gets fired up, throws a little trash talking in there every once in a while, but
how about Farrakhan going around the bend, using that glass well?
Everything goes through Noah, Gary. Talented guard, plays with tremendous pace for Hampton.
In the corner, Tyson Commander Down low. Illich, nice touch. Big man.
Throws a little head fake. Again, gets Rink on his heels a little bit. Good touch. 53% field goal percentage coming into the game today. That's 77th in the country, so the big fella's doing a good job securing in the post, making a post move and finishing.
That shot had a chance to go down by Struthers. Etienne Struthers. 15:40 on the floor as we've got our first official timeout of the year. Illich off to a good start. Loyola holding a 9-8 advantage. You are watching today's contest on the Patriot League on ESPN.
Pretty good.
Is that working?
Yeah. Should be, I hope. Let me check.
Yeah, get another set of eyes on.
Yeah.
At PenFed, we help our members make the most of their personal finances so they can make the most of their dreams.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
For nearly 4 decades, the Patriot League has delivered high academic and athletic achievements in the NCAA while paving a bright future for student athletes. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
Yeah, I think community and style, it all goes together. Back to school is right around the corner. All the kids want to look good when they go back to school, so we're going to make sure we help them do that. Because at the end of the day, you know, you make the clothes. It's you.
How that happened. Unique Rink with the N1 opportunity, and also third in the country in bench points. So they get a lot of guys in and out, coming out of the bench that are big-time producers, as one of the guys coming in now, Kyrese Mullen, we talked about at the tip.
Well, and don't forget number 0 over there, George Beal, the junior guard, 13.2 points a game, 45% shooter, 40.4% from 3. And they do work hard to turn people over. Like Loyola, they've got some impressive steals distributed throughout their lineup. But Beal, Farrakhan, and Kyrese Mullen, really the heart and soul of this operation. As Mullen misses that attempt. Still tied at 9, under 15 to go. Stemke set up in the corner, the back of the iron, nice long roll. Oh, and Jacob Theodosio, I see him cussing at himself right now.
That's the most wide open layup he might get all day.
And from 3, Beal gave it a whirl, no good that time.
And you see Mullen down in the post, big body down
That's a big
low.
one.
He's a bruiser, wide body. Some NFL teams should be checking him out, but 6'7", 230. Led the conference last year in double-doubles. He's got 3 this season, second in the conference. Undersized, big. When you look at Mullen, does a good job utilizing pump fakes when he catches the ball on the block.
Yeah, speaking of double-doubles, Milos Ilic, who's getting his first blow, he's got 4 of them this year. He had 3 in a row recently. And Milos is just killing it, leading the conference, the Patriot League that is, in rebounding, leading the Greyhounds in scoring. Commander with a nice look from the corner, no good.
Yeah, good look by Commander. Nice job by Brennan, too, to utilize a ball fake. Everyone went down towards Illich. Left Commander wide open.
Long on the miss there. And a whistle as the scrum was unfolding. Velko Illich and Mullen tangling. Tyler Rice now enters the fray as Struthers goes to the Hampton bench. Garrett Brennan getting his first play. We've got a huddle.
Yeah, it looks like Illich over there has some blood on his hand. Quickly see if they can tape it up, get him back out there as we have a quick break here. Coach Leffler talking to his squad with Stemke, Theodosiou, Brennan, Commander.
Final home non-conference game for the Greyhounds. Next Saturday, they'll finish up the non-conference schedule at DePaul. Patriot League play opens for Loyola on the road at Holy Cross on Thursday, January 2, and then back in this gym on Sunday, the 5th of January against Lehigh. 2-1 against the Pirates, their 4th meeting happening right now. Hampton won the last meeting a couple of years ago, 66-61 over the Hounds. And this will be the first of a home-and-home that Loyola will return when they go to Hampton next year. But Loyola, 6 of the 7 last games, Jim, on the road, and a lot of time, a lot of spread in those games. Coming off that 77-69 win at Mount St. Mary's, where a lot went right as Loyola really took control of the game they were leading almost 90% of. The Mount tied them down 13 or down 11 at the break, tied them, and then Loyola responded with a run and then never trailed in that second half. Stemke, of course, we mentioned at the top, with a gorgeous 23-point performance. Tyson Commander with 7 steals in that game. I'll tell you, the Greyhounds, Jim, they got some hands on this team. I mean, Braden Speed is piling up the steals. Theodosiou is good at it. Milos Ilic will pick balls off in the interior sometimes. I mean, and really good at assisting out of that post position.
Yeah. And you talk to Coach Leffler, and right off the bat, building the culture here at Loyola, and the big thing was hard-nosed defense and getting your hands in the passing lanes, get up on your opponent, make them uncomfortable.
Both teams have kind of stalled offensively. We've got a whistle off ball.
Yeah, Mullen and Illich going at it. A little bit extra punch down there in the post. Mullen trying to deny the ball. Little too aggressive.
That's his second. That's good news for the Hounds.
They're going to take Mullen out of the game.
Yep, with 2, I would. Daniel Johnson replaces Mullen, and that's a bad inbound pass. Farrakhan makes him pay.
You talk about the athleticism that Farrakhan brings, the quickness, too.
That was a bad pass. Just kind of lobbed it up there. Don't want to make it easy on a guy like that.
And Farrakhan, he's got some Southwest miles in there. 4th school in 5 years, Gary. Started at ECU, transferred to Eastern Michigan, was at West Virginia last year, now at Hampton.
Welcome to the new era of college hoops. I wonder what the average number of transfers are on if you took all Division I rosters today. Stemke looked good off the back of the iron, no good. And Loyola in a dry spot.
Scoreless in the last 2:40 for the Greyhounds. I'd like to see Stemke get a better look at the rim. That's 2 outside perimeter, 2 threes Stemke's got right off here in the first half at 13:06 left. But I'd like to see Stemke put the ball on the deck and try to get a little closer in the rim or inside the paint to make a play.
Beal going to inbound.
Job by Commander, too.
Stay with Hampton.
Good athletic, quick hands. Commander, in my opinion, has been playing the best he has here in Loyola jersey during his career here. Confidence goes a long way with Commander.
He's doing a little bit of everything. Defensively, he's improving. Shot is pretty good.
Really good using ball screens, too.
Beal, boy, he had that look. Great screen, in rhythm, just rattled out. 11-9 it remains. Pirates. Braden Speed. Now Stemke. All 5 guys have touched the ball already. Garrett Brennan. Brennan allowed to dribble through the lane, and that was a bit of a breakdown defensively. Garrett will take it.
Absolutely love Garrett Brennan. He's the type of player, good positive energy during practice. He's a vocal leader.
11 all and a turnover there. His Commander was waiting on the baseline for that one. 8 minutes into this first half. Sparse crowd. Students have been long gone for the holiday break. Stemke again off the iron. Just a little off today. I don't understand how so many go in, Chivers. I really don't. I mean, it has to be almost perfect to get through that small tin hole. And the block is called, and I think rightly so, as Stemke threw his 215 or so into that collision. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 11:46 remaining. Loyola offense stalling, but the defense keeping them around. 11 all. You're watching today's game on the Patriot League on ESPN.
At PenFed, we help our members make the most of their personal finances so they can make the most of their dreams.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
For nearly 4 decades, the Patriot League has delivered high academic and athletic achievements in the NCAA while paving a bright future for its student athletes. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
Yeah, I think community and style, it all goes together. Back to school is right around the corner. All the kids want to look good when they go back to school, so we're going to make sure we help them do that. So at the end of the day, you know, you make the clothes. It's you.
Speed off the dribble. And it must have been nicked on the way to the corner.
Yeah, it looked like it was
by a Pirate.
tipped there by Hampton. Yvonne Thomas not happy with the call. That's a second call he's not happy with. We talk about the two first-year head coaches here. Yvonne Thomas with Hampton, Gary, disciple of Ed Cooley. Many years over at Providence, was at Georgetown. Good job by the Greyhounds to pull it out. Didn't want to force it. Have to go, though. Have 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Commander, no good. Deep. Right in front of Ivan Thomas. 10.5 to go. 13-11 Greyhounds. They're going to get Speed on that one. That'll be his first personal and the 4th team foul for the Greyhounds.
Hampton, as you mentioned, Gary, on a little bit of a cold stretch here. Scoreless in the last 3-11. 1 for 7. Their last 7 from the field. Greyhounds on a little bit of different look here. A zone defense
zone
here
action
by the Greyhounds.
And that time he shortened up, and it didn't go, and the follow didn't go. But Richard Goods is going to get to the line, it appears.
And Long and Illich are going at it here as Hampton's going to have to separate some of their players. Little extra going on here.
Well, how about Stemke directing traffic over there, the sophomore? Move it over that way, fella.
Coach Leffler doing a good job getting his guys composed, talking it over. And
now I wonder if he talks to his kids the same way. There's got to be a connection because the man communicates. It doesn't have to be rage, but he doesn't need it. Josh Leffler, we saw it as an assistant here at Loyola under G.G. Smith. You know, it's tear you to shreds in practice, and then, you know, you walk by like, let's go, and they're smiling.
And they're going to take a look at this here, Gary. And
flagrant foul action.
We have a referee coming over to give us an update.
We're looking at, so we have a foul on the court. We're going to look at what happened after the foul, okay?
Looking at the post-mortem after the foul. It's kind of like midnight, you know. Nothing good happens after midnight, right? Well, take a look inside the Greyhounds again. This nearly complete non-conference schedule. Well, what we've seen is 2 players in Milos Illich and Jordan Stemke who are good enough to win Player of the Week awards. And we've seen this new cat, Braden Speed, terrifically quick, gifted guard, get 2 Rookie of the Week honors, including coming off of that Mount St. Mary's game with his 11 points and 4 assists. Their last time on this floor, Jim, speaking of Speed, back on November 26th, the nice come-from-behind win over VMI. Braden Speed was the first freshman in the NCAA, and maybe still the only, I don't know. But he posted 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 blocks in that game. I think he put 5 points up there, too. So that's good enough. That also was probably good enough to have him in the conversation for Rookie of the Week that week in late November. But he started the year with 24 points in his first 2 games. Hello, first Rookie of the Week honor. As we take a look at the referees taking a look.
They're taking their sweet time here to talk this one over. Coach Leffler and Coach Thomas are getting ready to meet there at center court. Referees push them off, so they're really looking at this one to see exactly what the calls are. And nowadays, Gary, you can't get away with some of those extra pushes or a little extra elbow with the amount of cameras and everything that are on the court.
Is a common foul out of the question here? I believe it is.
You see Coach Thomas and Leffler meeting at center court. Referees explaining exactly what they're getting ready to call here.
Milos Illich, by the way, comes in averaging 14 points even per game, team leader, 9.3 rebounds a game, leads the Patriot League. Career high 20 versus VMI. We're going to show another replay of the shenanigans after the foul, and that appears to be all that's being debated here.
And replay showing that Illich had a little bit of extra contact and pushed him in the face, as Coach Leffler does not seem happy about the call here. See if the referees will come over to explain to us what is being called. And this all started, Gary. Greyhounds came out on a zone and offensive board by Hampton. One of the toughest things in the zone is try to rebound.
Right.
All right, we have 2 F1s, all right? And then we have a dead ball contact foul. So we're going to shoot the 2 for blue, and then white's going to shoot 4 free throws. White possession of the line, all right?
All right, well, the foul was originally on Jacob Theodosiou. And then could you give us the rest of the program?
2
Jim?
F1s. So getting both players with Hampton and Loyola for the extracurricular activities. So I believe Hampton's going to shoot 1 tech, no one on the free throw line. And Hampton's going to regain possession. Taking some sweet time here, Gare. Don't they know there's a Ravens game today?
I didn't want to say it, but you want to yell it? It's Christmas. You get one. I'll vouch for you.
All right.
I'll vouch for your character. Technical foul on Wayne Bristol, number 31. And who was the Loyola technical on?
So
Was Jacob part of the technical, or did he get
Jacob
the actual?
was part of that personal foul right off the bat on the offensive
Right,
board.
he was the original fouler, a common foul, but then it
And-
became an uncommon play.
Getting Illich on that last push there. And that's his first team foul, or excuse me, first personal foul with Illich.
And Richard Goods gets this game back to an early tie. Now Speed shooting at the other end for the Greyhounds. And misses.
Now with the Greyhounds continue to play zone defense. Defense communication is going to be key. Shot goes up, find a body. We talked about Hampton, one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the country. And that's all hard work, Gary. Just hard work and effort attacking the offensive boards.
Loyola's been pretty strong in that category too, although Josh Leffler said yesterday, I don't want to sound greedy, but we need more defensive rebounds. I love offensive rebound effort, but we're not being as disciplined of late in boxing out and tracking the ball, those things. Speed gets the lead back up to 1, 14-13, under 10 minutes in this suddenly long first half. Way short from the corner. Nobody's had anything from that corner since what, David Brown?
David Brown was the first one to hit the one early in the game, and
The first
Hampton
three.
coming out playing as a little zone too.
Yep.
I think Loyola continue to be patient, utilize your ball fakes, get the defense moving a little bit, Gary, and just continue to attack the middle, whether it's one of the Illich brothers catching one at the top of the key and making a play.
Greyhounds dropping into that matchup zone kind of look. Boy, Farrakhan still trying to find his shot.
Yeah, every time a shot goes up for Hampton, you see a couple sets of hands in there trying to get the offensive board. Good job by Illich to secure it, get the Greyhounds possession.
Stemke back to Theodosiou. Velko up top. And that's a nice clean block there.
Good block
by
there.
Dan Bannister, number 23 out of Chesapeake, Virginia. He's a graduate wing player, 6'6".
Quick to get off the ground, too, to get up and contest with the confrontation right at the rim. Good block by Hampton. Greyhounds get the ball underneath the hoop. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Struthers and now Trevor Smith, a sophomore guard, number 2, entering for Hampton as they just look like they're going to play everybody that's dressed over there. Milos Ilic, nice no look. Velko knew where that ball was coming. What a delivery and what a no look by Milos Ilic.
Yeah, Gary, the Ilic brothers do so well moving without the ball. He found the open area. Everyone once again for Hampton was ball watching the post play, expecting the other brother to make a move. Good little dip pass.
How about that dip move by Bristol? Whoa. Little head fake will buy you something. 16-15 Greyhounds. Answering right away is Hampton.
Got another mismatch down low.
Velko Ilic looking for that contact. And a lot of blue shirts around that rebound. Loyola already retreating.
Got to sprint back on defense for the Greyhounds.
Struthers got bailed out.
Yeah, that's just about the same call on the other side. A lot of contact down low with Ilic, but for Loyola, you miss. Sprint back on defense. Hampton is trying to beat you. Push transition. Get a bucket just like this.
Velko Ilic flagged for a second penalty. 8-12. I'm getting in my football mode. 8-12 remaining in this first half. And we are even once again.
Garrett Brandon, Tyson Commander checking back in. And Gary, you and I talked about with Kazemka out, those were some quality minutes that Kazemka brought on the floor. Played with intensity, smart players, been around for a long time, mature. But now guys like Troy Cicero, Garrett Brennan, some others are going to get an opportunity to play.
Bristol and Long right back in for the Pirates. They are subbing freely. And Struthers gets it done both times. And Hampton inches back ahead, 17-16, almost 12 minutes in to a first half that had rhythm until it lost it. Commander, Brennan, Commander. Wow. Looked like he was going to get some contact too, and he faded away from it. Nice little underneath kind of bucket shot by Tyson Commander. His first 2 points.
Yeah, you talk about the athleticism Commander brings. Good body control, explosive leaping ability, getting to the rim, getting contact and finishing. It's Greyhounds up 1.
Trevor Smith tried the lob. It's going to work in that it's going to create 2 more foul shots for the Pirates. 7:30 remaining. Greyhounds up by a point, 18-17. You are watching today's contest on the Patriot League on ESPN.
Well, put me on the naughty list. This has never happened before. Let's see. And that, people, is why we have Target Circle 360.
Don't miss anything on your list with unlimited same-day delivery.
No peeking.
Okay.
Open.
Over 600,000 USPS employees working in sync to ensure everything sent on its holiday ride ends with a moment of joy. The United States Postal Service.
Give me a hot pink Cosmopolitan and some drama.
Give me a Kettle One soda with a twist. Give me an early morning tea time and a Bloody Mary with Kettle One vodka.
Give me a local who knows his way around an olive and a martini, dirty, with Kettle One vodka.
Give me an after party, an espresso martini, and a room full of strangers.
Give me a cocktail with Kettle One vodka.
Hey, college basketball fans.
Andrea Carter here.
Jay Billis here.
To remind you that your favorite teams and conferences
Are on ESPN Plus.
If you love college basketball like me and the Billustrator,
Then it's time to get in the game and sign up to ESPN Plus.
you get a stellar slate of in-conference games
Including the Big 12, Atlantic 10, and many more.
that will feel like March.
We got to go to work.
Sign up now and catch your favorite teams.
Forbes Court, Reitz Arena, Loyola University campus in Baltimore. Alongside Jim Chivers, Gary Lambrecht with you on this day one of winter. I think it was about 4:21 in the morning when the winter solstice. I'm already pining for summer, dude.
All right.
So we are in the shortest day of the year. Christmas 4 days hence. And it's just good to see Loyola on their own floor again, Jim.
Yeah.
It's been too
absolutely.
long. 25 days is just too long.
Getting ready to close out the non-conference play. We have Patriot League play right around the corner. And
Loyola's 5-4 start, by the way, coming into this one. Their best record since 5-4 in 21-22, and that Loyola got off to like a 9-6 start before things just cratered in February. But 5-4 by a first-year coach through 9 games with this Loyola team. The best start by a first-year coach in that regard, that would be Josh Leffler's 5-4 team. Since the late great Skip Prosser coached his one and only season here in 93-94. They were 6-3 after 9 that season, and eventually won the MAC tournament as a 5 seed and went to Loyola's first ever of 2 NCAA tournaments. Loyola looking to get to 6-4 today after winning just 7 games all of last season. Bristol, pretty shot. 21-18, just under 7 minutes to go in this first half.
yeah, Bristol with 6 points, as you mentioned. Good little pull-up there. Nice mid-range pull-up. Graduate senior, Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
Velko Illich thought he got fouled, but referee didn't think so. Trevor Smith comes up short. Oh, nice job securing that rebound because Goods had his paw in there too. Speed trying to feel that pressure. Stemke. Now Brennan. Plenty of time in this possession. Velko Illich out there alone among the bigs for Loyola. Shot clock down to 5. Stemke pulls up. Air ball. And that's going to go to the Pirates. That is a Loyola turnover.
And you see the Hampton bench over there, fired up, good defense. Just hassling the Loyola guards. No open space there on the offensive side for the Greyhounds. Nice team defense. Coach Yvonne Thomas has got these guys rolling. Greyhounds now scoreless in the last 2 minutes.
There have been some scoreless ebbs and flows already of note in this first half. Both teams have had them. Greyhounds are getting up near 50% shooting before a couple possessions didn't work out.
Little tough
coming
pass.
out of that last time out.
Tough pass by Farrakhan to Long, just a little too low. Kicked it off his knee. Greyhounds would gain possession. So make that 3 turnovers for Hampton. Loyola's got 6 turnovers. You'd like to see better ball security, ball control, value-heavy possession for the Greyhounds, and this is exactly what Hampton wants you to do, is turn the ball over.
Speed being tentative with that shot. Velko Illich tried to get that ball right back up, and neither shot was even close to going in as Stemke got the first one off.
Still like the aggressiveness by Stemke, going at the rim, not settling for an outside shot.
Bristol squares up, no good. And Speed had the position, and that foul indeed was committed. I think Bristol is going to long.
That's
Excuse
his
me.
second. Over the back, over Speed. To make that 17 fouls now for Hampton.
And Loyola coming off a pretty sweet free throw shooting day. And they've really trended well from the beginning as a pretty good free throw shooting basketball team. They made 13 free throws.
And there's your announcers, James
in the
Gary.
final minutes. Well, they still did it. And they're ranked among the tops in Division I right now, coming in at 77% free throw shooting as a team. We'll see how that plays out. 21-18 it remains. Pirates, 4:45 to go. First half. Commander. And they're going to call the foul. Commander was in no man's land there.
You see the scrappiness Hampton does. Good job trying to dig. Anytime the ball's on the floor, we've seen it from Illich a few times, trying to make an extra move, puts the ball down low. Hampton will get a steal or a jump ball. But the same thing right here. Commander got hit on the arm, but anytime the ball hits the deck, Hampton has a hand in there.
1-1 for the Hounds. Speed gets a rest. David Brown returns for Loyola.
Hampton again, they try to speed you up, where the Greyhounds continue to have some poise and patience on the offensive end. Get back to what you were doing. Spread it out. Try to get the bigs a couple touches. Backdoor cuts.
And Commander misses the first one, so there will be no second chance. And Loyola with the 1-1 empty. Still 21-18 Hampton, 4.5 to go in this first half.
There's going to be an opportunity at the free throw lane for both games here. This is how Hampton likes to play. It's almost a street fight with these guys. They love to play aggressive, a physical team.
I think we're seeing the game we're going to see in the second half too, Jim. Farrakhan, another strong man rebound. As Farrakhan had a bead on that offensive board, and Stemke just took it away. Coming down to the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, cold drought for both teams. Loyola scoreless the last 3:20. Hampton scoreless in the last 2:30. So both teams trying to feel each other out here. Get something going on the offensive end.
But both defenses are just stifling right now. Theodosio over to Commander. Shot's got to go up. And that wouldn't count. Nope, no way. He didn't get it off in time.
I thought Theodosio had Illich wide open on the ball roll.
3:44 remaining in this first half as the defenses rule. 21-18, Hampton over Loyola. You're watching today's contest on the Patriot League on ESPN. That sandwich is going to go down fast. 3:44 remaining in this first half. The defenses have decided, Jim Chivers, to just rule this game for the time being. The matchup zone looks, the man zone, whatever you want to call it, they kind of mirror each other at both ends. Lots of arms and hands and passing lanes. Not a lot of comfort when you talk about offenses maneuvering against this. And obviously, each team's inviting the other, Jim, to shoot that ball. And we see what that means. 28.6% shooting for Hampton, 34.8% for Loyola. A combined 1 of 15 from 3. Have you had enough?
That sounds like my Sunday morning old man basketball league, but you look at the Greyhounds, Gary, 7 turnovers here in that first half. The dribble penetration has been a struggle for the Greyhounds. I think for Loyola, continue to get great spacing. It's a little too crowded offensively. The next pass is the best pass for Loyola, but get back to your spacing and what you were doing early in that first half.
Farrakhan, pretty much the constant in this game. Great bounce pass. And Velko with excellent defense, but not much to do about that. Needed somebody else to maybe help with that rebound. 23-18. I think we've got our largest margin here for Hampton. 5-point advantage. Call traveling on speed.
I think he stepped over there on the
sideline,
and another turnover for the Greyhounds. And Greyhounds just about 440 scoreless.
Wow. On top of, what was the early one? It was around 3.5 to 4?
Make it a 10-2 run for Hampton here in the last 5:50.
And the fans are getting restless, truly. Bristol. Good closeout by Theodosiou, but not enough as Struthers bangs that 3, and now we've got a real lead for the first time. Hampton by 8, 26-18, coming down to the 2.5-minute mark in this first half. Somebody had to start getting warmed up. Illich, like he had it stripped, but there was contact, and Velko's going to be at the foul line.
See if Illich can get a bucket here, close it out. This last 2:48 is going to be very important for the Greyhounds. Keep it under single digits. Close that gap right now with the Hampton lead. Illich has an opportunity here at the free throw line.
69% shooter. He's made 11 of 16 so far. This is game 7 for Velko. Part of the 6'10 Serbian twin connection. Milos, of course. Going to hear plenty more about him as this season goes on. And he's going to sit the rest of this half. That is Milos.
Good stroke by Velko.
Velko's productivity continues to impress. He's always been a backup. And what the Greyhounds get out of him when he's healthy enough to get out there and show his game is remarkable in terms of points, rebounds per minute. Got 1 back.
Yeah.
26-19 Hampton.
And the focus for the Greyhounds to continue to keep Velko healthy coming into Patriot League. We always talk about how great the bigs are in the league, and having the ability to have 2 of those guys on the floor or 1 at a time.
And Struthers is going to get 2 more.
Yeah, Coach Loeffler's not happy about that. That's a good old James Harden kick out. Looks like Struthers kicked his leg out to try to force the foul, and they might take a look at this as Coach Loeffler's not happy about that call. Struthers at the free throw line. He's got 5 on the night.
He just hit that first 3. A lot of frustrated shooters for both sides. And the three-point shooting, which has been a thing that's not pleasant for Loyola, they've been terrific at defending it. I think they're 40th in Division I with their three-point defensive percentage. Best in the Patriot League, but also worst three-point shooting in the league, making just barely 29% of their threes are the Greyhounds thus far.
And this will drive a head coach crazy. Losing a board off of a free throw, Hampton regains possession.
With an 6-point lead. 2:11 to go. Reset to 20 on that shot clock. Farrakhan, speed back out there to guard him. And that's going to be on Struthers.
Nice job by Stemke, too, to jump the ball screen, beat him to the spot. Struthers using that little off arm to push off.
Boy, this is where you see when a real game is flourishing for a young player. I mean, Jordan Stemke comes in last year mid-season after getting over an injury, and we saw the hops right away. We saw his ability to create his own shot. But now you could just see him thinking and feeling the game more, Jim. He's about 25 games in, half of those as a backup. And now, after one start, that foul's going to be on the floor.
Yeah, the scrappiness of both teams here. So guys are going to have to earn their work at the free throw line. And
automatic 2 at the line now.
That's getting back to what you were talking about, how young this Loyola team actually is. With Speed as a freshman, Jacob, he had little minutes at Wyoming, coming in here, getting a lot of minutes. Milos, the Illich brothers, battling through injuries, had limited minutes. And Stemke, he really didn't play much until the end of last year. So these guys have limited minutes, but starting to get the experience, the exposure, the feel, the rhythm of the game here.
Really playing together. Also, we were talking about how the steals are getting spread around the roster, how the rebound gets shared. And Illich is a beast. Velko, 6'10", also, of course. But when you got guys like Commander, Brown, Stemke, even Speed, I mean, these guys have a nose for it, and they're quick and able to elevate, Jim, all of them. Be a factor in the rebounding game. 27-21 as Loyola closes the gap to 6. Great look. And that's going to be ball to the Hounds.
Yeah, make that 5 turnovers now for Hampton. Loyola with 8, but Loyola really lucked out on that backdoor pass there. Good job by Hampton to draw that one up, getting the Hampton player open. Just a little bit too much on that pass.
Theodosio back out for Loyola. David Brown back to the Loyola bench. 1:25 remaining. Loyola trying to slice that lead down further. Stemke, no good. And Velko, danger of being over the back.
That's 3. That's 3 on Velko.
Yeah, that's not a good case to plead. We all saw it, Velko. That's his 3rd, and that'll be exit number 1, I would bet. Also the 10th team foul for the Greyhounds, so we're in automatic 2-shot territory on any foul for both teams now for the rest of this half.
And love the way that Hampton hits both sides. Defensive boards, offensive boards, and the game of basketball is about positioning. Rebounding is all about getting the right position, hard work, and effort. We've seen Hampton do this a few times, fighting for offensive boards, securing that last defensive board, drawing the foul on Illich.
And how about Richard Goods, 6'9" freshman out of Greensboro, North Carolina. He just wandered into 7 points, 5 boards, I mean, quietly. And he just looks bigger the more I'm watching him play, too. I mean, he is a put-together 6'9", 225 guy. 8 and 5 now, points and rebounds for Goods. He's been quite good. 29-21.
Gary, good one.
Boy, Velko on the floor with a nice dish to Braden Speed. And now the timeout called by Josh Leffler. And I'll bet Velko doesn't come out for the last 103. 29-23, 103 remaining. As Hampton would like to extend this lead as we take a look at the replay on the last bucket. I tell you, the Velco's eyes in the side and the back of their heads is more clear and apparent than ever this year.
Great passers for big men. Good
really
feel of
good.
The game. Can tell when they're being double team or one-on-one in the post, but nice job by the Illich brothers to find each other, finding his teammate. Speed down low for the easy 2. So 103 left, Gary, and important for the Greyhounds here in the defensive end to get a stop and expect them to come out with a little bit of energy here on the defensive side to close this Hampton gap. tough physical play by both teams, letting Hampton and Loyola know it's not going to be an easy one today.
This game kind of had slog written all over it, didn't it, Jim, on paper? Just look at the way these teams prefer to play. They like up-tempo, but they're just fine if it's not there. They can be deliberate. They can be very hasty, both squads. And, boy, they will man and man zone, match-up zone you up. Loyola's seen a lot of styles of play this trip around the non-conference map. Nice drive.
See our first
and
look
nothing
at
happening there.
Cody here. Got Cody coming in, getting a good board there.
The third big man. 6'10" post. The freshman, 225 out of Woodbridge, Virginia.
Long and lanky big man, 6'10", who is stronger than he looks down there. Good length.
Got Cody.
Good
nice
pass.
Look by Cody. And the foul.
Good pass, too. And how about speed? Setting the defender up. Saw that again. They were ball watching. Good backdoor cut. The finish, getting contact at the rim. We get a chance to see the replay. Again, 18.7 seconds left here in the first half. We talked about, Gary, how important it is for the Greyhounds to get some momentum going. This might be it. Stop the bleeding a little bit. Hampton built a big lead there in that first half.
And Farrakhan with another foul. He'll sit the rest of the half. Speed completes the three-point play. He's now got 6 points and 4 rebounds. Braden Speed. Don't look now, he might put together a couple of block shots or something. I mean, he steals it, blocks it, does everything. Timeout.
Coach Yvonne Thomas going to have an opportunity to draw something up here.
Loyola done a great job, Jim, piecing together a little comeback, down as much as 8. Now it's a 3-point Hampton advantage with 10.2 on the clock.
5-0 run for the Greyhounds in the last minute. Coach Thomas, as we talked about, a disciple of Ed Cooley, was at Providence for many years.
He's got a lot of disciples out there,
he does.
Cooley.
Yeah, he does. And
it's an army of them. What a character. I mean, did you ever get tired of hearing Ed Cooley talk? Just, you know, there's halftime, there's quick interviews. I mean, he's always got something interesting to say, and man, is he a coach.
One of our former assistants, Jimmy Patzels, is here. Coach Brian Blaney, sitting the bench right next to Ed Cooley down in Georgetown right now. His dad, George Blaney, who was at Connecticut for many years.
Shot clock under 5. Bristol steps back. Off the mark, missed everything.
They're going to call a foul there in Brendan Speed.
With 0.1 seconds remaining. Really?
That's going to bail Hampton out, setting 2 free throws there. I believe Good's going to go to the free throw line. Good's trying to get into double digits. He's got 8 points. 0.1 second. Got to let that one play out. Excuse me. Bristol Jr. going to the free throw line.
I think whoever's running the clock's not getting any favors from Loyola, right? For this Christmas, there goes your stocking stuffer. Bristol with the gift.
Leffler so fired up about that play. I think he spilt his water bottle as we have a team of guys over there trying to get the water cleaned up over there.
Makes it a 2-score game at what is going to be the halftime score, unless there's a 93-foot lob and a tap.
They're going to need a couple extra minutes here to clean up all the water there. As Coach Leffler's doing, a little upset about that last call. Talking to the referees, probably not asking what they're doing for dinner for the Ravens game after this.
What a half by Goods. Took him a little while to kind of get adjusted to things, and the shot started to fall, and he's making his free throws. And that end of the half, which Josh Leffler is still barking about, will stick in the books as Loyola got it to 3 with 10 seconds to go and now stare at a 6-point deficit at the half seconds on the baseline.
And you look at this Hampton squad, Gary, they just have multiple guys that can make plays. And a guy we talked about right at the tip as a player to watch is Mullen. He only had 3 minutes, got quickly into foul trouble, quick to the bench. So we'll see what happens here in the second half if Mullen will get a lot of opportunities here for Hampton.
Well, Beal hasn't been a factor either. Their second leading scorer, guy that does everything for this team. Milos Ilic back in the post. Wow. He almost shoveled that ball in.
Good ball movement, too, by the Greyhounds. I think everyone on the floor touched the ball, had the defensive moving a little bit. Ilic doing a nice job. Sai had a one-on-one opportunity in the post. The double team wasn't coming.
Leads down to 4 to start this half as Milos Ilic gets to the 8-point mark. And that's just a beautiful bit of athleticism as Xavier Long. How do you stop that, Jim?
Yeah,
I don't think it's stoppable.
David Brown, one of the best defenders on this team.
He got isolated, and that was not a good matchup for number 23 of Loyola. Ilic alertly finds Commander. And Commander again. High off the glass again.
Love what Tyson does. Puts the ball on the deck, make a play. You talk about the athleticism, finishing at the rim through defenders.
4 points for Tyson Commander. Ilic and Bristol, each the high scorers in this game with 8 points. And Bristol changes that with a 3. And the lead back to 7. First half kind of started this way. Offensive flow. Let's see if Loyola can get in on the fun and make a run at that lead again. Ilic decides to take it himself. And the foul called. Is that going to be on Bristol?
Bristol, I think that's
number 3.
3 fouls on him now. Is coming right back into the game is good. Excuse me, Goods.
He got the goods. So, yeah, it's dizzying with the sub patterns over here. I'm kind of getting used to it because so few teams play that way, Jim. Oh.
They're going to call Farrakhan on the trip right there. It's a dangerous pass, but you see Stemke at his athleticism to go up, elevate, get the passes, try to make a play.
He almost stepped right on the back of his foot, too, while he was sprawled on the floor.
Now you look
Stemke,
at
that is.
Yeah, you look at Hampton, 3 fouls with Farrakhan, 3 with Bristol, both on the floor.
Theodosio going hard, lowered that shoulder a little too aggressively. And that's his 3rd foul. Untimely foul there. That's really the first time Jacob has taken an aggressive run at the rim that way and just got himself a 3rd foul and out for that trouble. Struthers, Stemke on him. Bristol. Boy, Tyson Commander was all over that closeout. And that's going back to the Greyhounds. Great defense by Loyola.
Great defense, but you also see Hampton in there getting the offensive board again. The battle down in the paint. Good hustle by Hampton to try to get it. Just could not secure it. And Greyhounds get the ball here. See if you can get something going on the offensive end. Play with pace. Good spacing for the Greyhounds. Set a solid ball screen. Look for the bigs down low.
Brown, no good. Brown with the save. Wow. Everything else has gone down for Illich. Now he misses two. Couldn't be closer.
Yeah, I think Illich is starting to feel the wear and tear from the bigs leaning on him, battling down low, and that's something you see Illich usually makes. Had a wide open look. Almost a travel there by Hampton.
I was just going to say that. David Brown just surrounded by two sets of blue hands. Bristol kept that one alive, again with the offensive board. Three and a half minutes in this second half. Trevor Smith pulls up, way off the mark. He worked for a really good shot, and then nothing after that. 37-30 it remains. Speed gets a step. It's almost like a pass to Illich off the backboard.
Yeah, Illich, you can see he's tired, huffing and puffing down there. Big man is battling, working hard in the paint. He's got a couple guys leaning on him. Nice job of the offensive board here. See if you can get a quick breather, get into the free throw line.
They've probably had about 4 rotate on him.
Illich, 8 points, 5 boards, 2 assists.
Hampton played 12 guys, and we're talking about really spread out minutes too. The starters all averaged into 13, or 4 of the starters, 13 to 17 minutes, and everybody else is in that 3, 4, 6. Richard Goods, because he was playing so great, played 10.5 minutes. He was 7 of 8 at the foul line in the first half.
The Greyhounds, with their offensive performance, is at times dictated in how you defend, Gary. So Greyhounds continue to get back, get a stop. Hampton scoreless in the last 2:13. There's a big free throw there by Illich.
The team that wins this might be the team that goes through those zero drought kind of areas, but defends the best to stay close. Wow, look at him get up.
Quick athletic players.
11 points, 7 rebounds for the freshman, Goods. Out of Greensboro, 6'9", 225. That was goaltending.
Yep. Good move, too. Patient at the top of the key and the elbow. Good vision. Saw he had a little space in the lane, making a move.
On that Illich bucket that gets him to 11 points. We've got a timeout on the floor. You're watching today's contest on the Patriot League on ESPN. Got some of those at home. I might grill up for the basketball.
At PenFed, we help our members make the most of their personal finances so they can make the most of their dreams.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
The Patriot League on ESPN is on Instagram. Championship moments, amazing highlights, behind-the-scenes coverage, and features on the best and brightest student athletes in the NCAA. Follow us at Patriot League today.
The Patriot League is dedicated to the development of the student athlete through excellence in athletic competition, challenging academics, personal growth, and contributions within their communities. The Patriot League places among the NCAA leaders in graduation rates annually, with graduates moving on to serve in all facets of society by using their talents and voices for positive change. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
may not turn out to be a black belt or play Carnegie Hall.
He'll take the chicken fingers.
But with the money you earn from your PenFed checking and savings accounts,
He's growing up. Look at him.
your goal of supporting his dreams will always be worth it.
I got it.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
15:40 remaining in this second half. Hampton protecting a 6-point lead. Loyola averaging 71 points a game. Hampton averaging 75.6 per game. The odds that either team is going to catch their respective averages appears slim. When you're playing in this kind of game, right, go back to your D1 time here at Loyola, you just accept that. You kind of get that this is what the lot is today.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to break out with any 15-2 runs or anything.
Well, this is a similar game like we'll be seeing with Navy in the Patriot League. They're physical defensively. They get up on you on both sides of the floor. So this is a really good prep for the Greyhounds to get ready for your Patriot League game.
There's George Beal, who played 4 minutes. I mean, this guy has been so important, and that guy just did something impressive again. Mr. Long calling. Wow.
Just watched Mullen set about screen on about 3 guys to get him that open space there.
41-33, back to the biggest lead in this contest, 8 points. Hampton ahead. Boy, Braden's speed has drawn a lot of attention. Always like another set of hands looking to get in his way, a body to get on him. Wow. Hampton is one rebounding basketball team.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime a shot goes up, Gary, guys are flying in. Hard work, effort. Nice job by Hampton to get an offensive board here.
Smith, I call that foul.
Get an opportunity to see the dunk again. Watch Mullen clear the space out here to open up there for Goods to get the, Long.
And then Long with the explosion. Smith will be shooting 2. Yeah, George Beal comes in averaging 13.5 points a game as Smith. Trevor Smith really didn't start to get a feel for this game until the latter stages of the first half, but now he's out there a lot. If you've got 12 guys that you have faith in, Jim, you got a lot to roll with as a coach. You got a lot to just feel, right?
Coach Thomas got some good places that he can fill
42
out on the
33
floor with
by the
a
way.
lot of talent he's got.
6 minutes gone in the second half. Theodosio. Stemke. Good.
Big bucket. Greyhounds needed that.
Loyola's going to need him. He's him, right?
Ability to create his own shot right there. Nice job. Had some space. The elevation Stemke can do, too, on a perimeter shot. Tough to defend. See if that's something to get him going. That's his first bucket of the night, Gary.
And you got to think that number 0, George Beal, is going to have something to say in this second half. He's not going to be that quiet offensively. Ooh. Velko Illich. That could have been a call to foul as he was flying by the back of Long. Loyola survives that, but gives up the points. Now 44-36. Back to 8 is the lead for the Pirates. Illich says, why not? And why not indeed?
Timeout by Josh Lefter after a bucket. Get his guys a quick breather, talk it over. Good job by the Greyhounds, spacing the floor. Opportunity to find a nice bucket there by Illich at the top.
44-39. 7 minutes gone in this second half. Hampton over Loyola. You're watching today's contest on the Patriot League on ESPN.
Y'all, at Wayfair, there are no rules when it comes to style.
Time out. We can take our own gifts home?
Yes!
Because I'm about to be big game ready.
This happens every year.
Wayfair every style, every home.
Nothing feels as good as driving a new Hyundai. And now you can get a great deal on your favorite model at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Plus, every Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty. Hurry to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event before this offer ends. Make your next getaway your best one yet. Get 0% APR or up to $3,500 bonus cash on the Santa Fe. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
BK melts. Wanna warm up? This sure helps. Classic bacon, shroom, and Swiss. BK melt season is tasty bliss. BK, have it your way.
No peeking.
Okay.
Open.
Over 600,000 USPS employees working in sync to ensure everything sent on its holiday ride ends with a moment of joy. The United States Postal Service.
TJ. JJ.
Lateral races. Brutal.
TJ.
It's time to play offense. Turn it up. Whoa, let's cool it, you two.
Mom.
Loyola Greyhounds just trying to keep scratching their way back. They've trailed this entire half. Their offense kind of shut down for much of the first half. Not that Hampton was having a walk in the park offensively, because Loyola, D for D was the battle in that first half. Probably will still come down to that, Jim. But I'm also thinking about foul shots, and Hampton already showed that's a strong hand that they can show. 15 of 17 to essentially take some control of that game in the first half. Loyola, 77% is its best in the Patriot League. And also very respectable in the NCAA rankings, D1 level. So I think it's probably going to come down to who shoots better at that foul line.
2 seconds in the shot clock now. Beal just trying to do a one-man show, make a play there. But for the Greyhounds, be in the right spots defensively and help position here, as you have 2 seconds in the shot clock. Nothing easy for Hampton.
David Brown comes in for Velko Illich.
Greyhounds try to get a stop here, putting multiple defensive possessions together, get a stop and convert. Look for the lob.
That's exactly what I'm looking
there it
for.
Is. Too easy.
How about that?
You knew it was coming.
Is that Struthers on the finish? Yeah. Got screened. 46-39, the lead back to 7. Loyola just still trying to creep closer. Stemke. Mullen looking to kick that ball. Brown launches. That's an air ball. Illich going to be unstoppable there once he got that body position right.
And almost a foul, too. He had a couple guys hanging on his arm, but how about the strength and the ability to finish through contact down in the post? Nice job to recognize David Brown had to force one up, but his teammate there to help him.
46-41, the lead back down to 5.
There's a foul by Mullen. I think that's his 4th.
He's not having a good day.
3.
Timeout on the floor. 11:46 remaining. 46-41 Hampton over Loyola. The defensive battle continues. You're watching that battle on the Patriot League on ESPN.
Don't miss the last-minute deals at Target. Save up to 50% off toys, up to 40% off small appliances, and up to 50% off video games. Hurry before last-minute deals are over. Happier holidays from Target.
Make the most of your season during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. Gift yourself some savings and visit your local Kia dealer today. Look out for these stickers to find great deals on vehicles backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can start new traditions for years to come. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months, plus 1,000 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
No peeking.
Okay.
Open.
Over 600,000 USPS employees working in sync to ensure everything sent on its holiday ride ends with a moment of joy. The United States Postal Service.
Could we add a jelly donut?
Yeah. Can we add an old-fashioned?
Can we have vanilla cream?
Yeah. Can we have chocolate sprinkles?
Can we have vanilla sprinkles?
Can we have strawberry
Can
sprinkles?
we have a few powdered?
Can we have
and
blueberry
blueberry
glaze?
glaze.
Okay.
And Boston cream. Is that 12?
TJ. JJ. JJ.
Lateral races. Brutal.
TJ. TJ.
It's time to play offense. Turn it up. Whoa, let's cool it, you two.
Mom.
11:46 remaining. Hello, Iggy. Loyola's beloved, friendly.
He's got good moves, Gary.
He's got them. He's got attitude. I like that. All right. He's got spunk. I hate spunk. Braden Speed. With Struthers guarding. Illich. Entry pass right back to him. Commander, little two-man game going on. Great look. David Brown just off balance. Very difficult shot. Couldn't convert, but what an assist that deserved to be by Milos Illich.
Great look by Illich. That was a good job by David, too, to find the open space. Just found himself a tough angle underneath the hoop. Couldn't finish. That was a bucket the Greyhounds need, so continue to bring the urgency on defense here.
Beal way off the mark. Just not feeling it. Beal has not been a factor with the two early fouls. Just took himself out essentially the first half. And they need him. And Commander just not feeling the shot today. He's got a couple of buckets using the glass. That's his 4 points. And there goes Farrakhan.
Farrakhan, such a quick first step to the speed. First step by Stemke, getting to the rim.
Lead back to 7 at 48-41. Almost midway through this second half. And Speed gets picked and delivers the foul for good measure.
Yeah, something as a head coach, just wide open pick, strip steal.
He's going to make Struthers earn those points at the line. And speaking of which, 16 of 19 are the Pirates thus far. Loyola 6 for 11. Greyhounds lead the Patriot League, number 34 in the nation as of December 11th, with a 76.9% make mark from that foul line. 13 free throws in the closing minutes of that impressive second half at Mount St. Mary's last Saturday. Braden Speed, by the way, 19 of 20 from the foul line. Freshman, really? Yeah, really. Go ahead, Jim.
Just talking about 10-18 left. Have to show some great energy and enthusiasm here to close out the game.
Got to make your own energy, right?
Especially this time of the year. You're fresh off the gauntlet of final exams. The students are gone, and another steal by Struthers.
And this is getting a little tough to take if you're a Greyhound fan. Speed picked, Theodosio picked.
Struthers is limping, too. He may have pulled something there on that.
The lead now.
And Struthers going to go right to the bench. I think he may have.
A hamstring, perhaps?
Yeah, pulled something on. Yeah, he's
grabbing
holding his
that
hammy.
back. Yeah, like the hammy. Oof, that's a tough blow if he's in fact is done for today.
2 impressive steals there by Hampton in the wide open court.
Timed it great. And Stemke. They really needed that, did the Greyhounds. The lead had just ballooned to 11 and now back to 8 as Jordan Stemke's stroke is returning. And not a moment too soon for Loyola. Theodosio comes down with that rebound after the miss by Farrakhan. 9.5 minutes to go. They're going to get Rice for the reach. Yep.
And the amount of players, Gary, we talked about Hampton plays. No wonder they're one of the best teams in the country in terms of bench points. Gets guys in and out, got some fresh legs out there. Everyone can guard all 5 guys on the floor.
And they never look tired. Stemke, now he's got that feeling. He's got that look in his eye. Just keep feeding me, number 3 says with the body language.
Continue with the enthusiasm. As you mentioned, body language, cutting harder, a little more grit in the paint. Enthusiasm on the defensive side, communicate, help defense.
And he's got 8 points, 3 rebounds. And how about that, Rice? These 3-point shooters aren't going to miss for 2 hours straight. No way. He went to that left hand. No good as a result. Bristol. Air ball.
Door's still wide open here for the Greyhounds. Get something going offensively. Play. Look for a post touch here. You got both Illich brothers in here, Stemke. So you have the height advantage.
Nine-point lead, 55-46. Nearly 12 minutes in to this second half as Troy Cicero, very promising junior, make that sophomore on the floor for Loyola.
Nice, Jake.
We like his game, don't we, Jim?
Absolutely. Jacob attacking the rim hard, and that's exactly what you want to see, Gary. Going aggressive to the rim, getting to the free throw line. So he's had a battle tonight with the aggressive athletic guards for Hampton.
And Mullen collects number 4.
.807 left now, Gary. Toughness and grit. You want to out-rebound them, keep them out of transition.
2 of the 3 stars, Farrakhan, Mullen, in legitimate foul trouble, especially Mullen, who just collected number 4.
I like this lineup for the Greyhounds. We're going to see this a lot when you have the 2 bigs. An opportunity for a little high-low action with the Illich brothers.
And Theodosio cans them both. The lead back to 7. 55-48 Hampton. 8 minutes to go. Well, Hampton might be getting near those 70s. Loyola might be coming right behind them. It's been a more productive offensive half so far. At least it's on pace to be. Long.
That's an old school move right there, the sky hook. A couple dribbles.
Yeah, that sweeper move across the lane, and then you just knew if he gets it up, he might miss it, but they're not going to stop it.
And you look at the length, how long is, and 1 or 2 dribbles inside the paint. Very difficult to defend. Good pass. Nice post pass by Stemke. Saw there was a mismatch down in the paint. Good finish.
Looked like Long stumbled a little bit, too. He may have gotten bumped a little bit hip to hip by Illich, but good finish for Loyola regardless. 57-50. Good box out by Speed.
Got your stop transition. You got numbers if you want to go. A lot of contact by Speed.
Yeah.
Speed is just having a hard time with this contact.
Hitting the floor hard. And on that, we will take a break. 6:54 remaining. 57-50, the lead is 7 for the Hampton Pirates, looking for win number 7. You are watching today's game on the Patriot League on ESPN.
Well, put me on the naughty list. This has never happened before. Let's see. And that, people, is why we have Target Circle 360.
It's here! Don't miss anything on your list with unlimited same-day delivery.
No peeking.
Okay.
Open.
Over 600,000 USPS employees working in sync to ensure everything sent on its holiday ride ends with a moment of joy.
The United States Postal Service.
Could we add a jelly donut?
Yeah. Can we add an old fashioned?
Can we have vanilla cream?
Can we have chocolate sprinkles?
Can we have vanilla sprinkles?
Can we have strawberry
Can we
sprinkles?
have a few powdered?
Can we have
and
a
blueberry
blueberry
glaze.
glaze?
And
Okay.
Boston cream. Is that 12?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Anyone who's gonna hold your attention on stage can't be playing.
Fan letters.
Oh boy.
How does it feel?
You gotta be some people can't stop looking at. You have to kind of be a freak.
Are you a freak?
Yeah, I hope so.
Like a rolling stone. I don't even need to say his name. Mr. Bob Dylan.
A complete unknown, inspired by the true story of Bob Dylan. Rated R.
Loyola, led by Milos Ilic, who's been the leader all season long. 16 points, game high. 7 rebounds, tied for the game high. Richard Goods has 7 to go with his 11 points, but Milos Ilic, 16 and 7. 4 of those rebounds offensive, 2 assists, not a turnover. He's played 25 minutes. Yeah, I'd say he's for real. Is that 6 again? Is that Jacob?
Theodosia, yeah, now he's got 8, but good job right out of bounds to get a play, and you have a scoring opportunity for an out-of-bounds play. Nice job by Leffler to draw something up.
The lead back down to 5.
Yep, Farrakhan
and I think Speed got something for
I think
his
he got
trouble.
Rocked in the mouth too, maybe by an elbow
or nose. Yeah.
So the Greyhounds just hanging around. Opportunity here now to cut this lead.
Yeah, this might be getting time for Loyola to really change the complexion of this game. 57-52, 6:38 remaining.
We talk about the grit that Hampton brings. Whenever the ball is put on the floor offensively, hands are in place to get deflections, and you can avoid that by having good spacing on the offensive end.
Both Illich brothers on the floor together. Go with Jordan Stemke, Braden Speed, Jacob Theodosiou. Pretty athletic, good-sized bunch. How about Speed? And Speed draws another foul. Boy, he is earning his scholarship today.
I think Milo should have tried to catch the ball with 2 hands. Got a little pretty there and tried to secure it with a one-hand catch. Thought he had an opportunity in the paint, had good possession on the block.
And the 1-and-1 is achieved with that foul.
And this is the guy you want at the free throw line, as you mentioned earlier, how great of a free throw shooter Speed is. And of course, the announcer Jinx.
3 starters on each team on the floor right now. 3 starters each, all playing with 3 fouls. We'll see. Stay tuned to that. And that just went off Theodosiou's hand.
Yeah, I said a word he wasn't happy with. It could have been an easy steal, a wide open layup on the other end as the Hampton player was cutting back door. A little miscommunication there, but Hampton will regain possession. 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Long. Illich checking him. Gets a hand on it. Shot clock down to 5. Farrakhan behind the screen. Well, he dribbles again. No good. Illich says, I got all basketball. Come on, coach. Fight for me.
And there's his teammate Stemke to get him back. As a lot of the times a referee will tee you up with an overreaction like that as the referees are talking to him.
You know, in those situations, Jim, no matter who it is, I tend to believe the player. Unless they're just hotheads that get all cooked over any call against them. That's not Milos. Milos is pretty steady Eddie. Goods
what a day. Yeah, what a day Goods is having.
Who would have said coming in, you know what, Richard Goods at the foul line is going to be the difference in this basketball game? Because he has been.
8 for 9 from the free throw line. 12 points in the night, 8 rebounds.
8 boards. Nine of 10. The lead back to 7. And Hampton's got their share of players who's looking for the contact too, Jim. They seek the contact. Now Loyola just trying to keep that lead in check. Every time you think they're going to cut it to one score, they don't. And Hampton's got a whole lot to do with that. And Milos Illich is on the deck.
Yeah, he got hit in the neck.
Stemke blocks Bristol. Farrakhan. It's still 5 against 4. Commander secures. Is anybody gonna?
Yeah, the referees took a while to blow that as Illich was laying on the floor. Referees standing right in front of him, but Illich looks like he got an elbow to the neck. And
well, he's been getting banged around, as he probably expected, by the wave of Pirates.
He seems to be okay. May have just got a bad stinger there with an elbow right in his collarbone. So our guys upstairs will get a good chance to look at a replay here. Hit in the neck.
He definitely got hit in the neck.
Look at this for any excessive contact.
And the officials are going to check and review for any excessive contact.
Referees tonight, Vasily Melis, Bruce Rothwell, Steven Sherrill, as you mentioned, are taking a look at it for any excessive play there underneath. And what I saw, I believe just a basketball play as both guys were trying to fight for a rebound. See the replay here.
Officials checking to see that strike in the neck was just a regular strike or it was an egregious one.
Seems to be okay.
We've had this now in both halves.
Yeah.
Let's look at it. Let's talk about it. Let's review it. Let's talk some more about it.
And he looks to be okay. The trainer's not even talking to him or hanging around, so just a stinger.
Yeah, when he wasn't doing anything except lying on his side, like holding the side of his head, I'm going, are you kidding? Did he just get kicked on the way down or something?
And how about the Greyhounds, though, coming back, losing a guy as Illich on the floor, being able to get a stop and get possession here for the Greyhounds, as each possession is starting to matter here with 5:04 left.
Yeah, he got a good look on the baseline. I was wondering, was everybody aware that it was 5-on-4 so that you operate as a unit to try to just get something easy? But Loyola will take that stop. 5:04 remaining.
For the Greyhounds, Stemke, Theodosiou, Speed, Illich, and Brown.
Boy, the CAA can have this crew. Enjoy playing Hampton. Physical, athletic. They play good gang basketball. They play 12-13 guys. 12 played in the first half alone in this one.
Yeah, look at that, too. The defense, just suffocating defense there. Speed nowhere to go.
That David Brown digging it off his ankles, too, so smoothly.
3.
Speed. That ball had no chance.
Get back on transition. Nothing easy now for Hampton.
Boy, Hampton with a great stand defensively. Mullen. Now Long and Bristol.
Hampton running a flex type look there, setting a lot of screens, cross screens on the block, getting the bigs open down low.
It reminded me of Maryland. Reminded me of Gary Williams,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think they won a national championship with that offense.
Couple of Final Fours. Illich, yeah, he's fine. Josh Leffler going to call another quick timeout. 4:01 remaining. That lead creeps back to 7. .401 remaining. Good ball game. You're watching it on the Patriot League on ESPN. Oh, they still have an official timeout left. That was a Josh call.
Like, really ready?
It takes work.
It takes work. Discoveries take time.
Rough drafts are rough. And drills, they drill you.
But no matter the field,
Greyhounds never stop. Always going the distance. Together.
we're not just ready. We're Loyola ready.
Moments like this, you're faced with an important question. If a ball lands in a cup and no one else sees it, does it count? You bet your sweet 5-iron it does. Somewhere to smile about. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh wait, he's still going. Okay.
The lead's grown to as much as 11. It's come down to as much as 5. But Hampton keeps making the stop, making a play, or making free throws to keep padding that lead. I mean, this is disciplined basketball by the Hampton Pirates, Jim.
Yeah, Greyhounds now an opportunity to set up in a little press here to try to force a turnover. A little half-court press. They pull back. How can the Greyhounds deal with adversity here? Under 4 minutes left.
And again, Theodosio lost his guy there. Struthers has been really great in that set play as the finisher. You catch a defender, just his eyes darting in the wrong direction, and you make your move on time. You're doing what Struthers just did.
And the timing on offense is tremendous, too. Know exactly when to cut with an opportunity for an and one by Illich. Good job by the guards to find him on the roll. Again, good strength, finish.
Hampton, as we said, longtime members of the MEAC conference. They went Division I in 1995. They've been to 6 NCAA tournaments. I believe the most recent was 2016, but the first one was the best one. 6 years in as Illich misses a chance to cut that lead to 6. In 2001, they're the number 15 seed in their 6th year as a D1 program, who shocked second-seeded Iowa State in the first round of the NCAA tournament back in April of 2001. So we say Happy New Year to you, Hampton, and thanks for that memory. One of only 10 15s to beat the 2. Bristol going to work again, just pulls that rebound back and draws the foul, and the Hampton bench explodes, and why wouldn't it?
And they should, too. Just the effort, the energy, hard work to get an offensive board, stripping it right from Illich. And that's been the theme all night. It's just the battle inside. Who's going to win the battle war? And Hampton is showing they've got the strength down low to get so.
Yeah, Bristol's 13 points, 8 rebounds, all about maximum effort. Make it 14 points.
That's going to be speed with 4 fouls. Veljko Ilić also with 4 fouls.
Milos Ilić to the bench, so we trade the brothers. That miss helps Loyola. 64-56, Hampton, 2:50 to go. 8-point advantage. Now the Greyhounds are getting into danger land. Theodosu short hands that shot. Worked himself into great position and just didn't make it.
Speed spent a lot of time on the floor tonight.
There's a break for the Greyhounds. Bounce pass that rolls out of bounds. Bristol trying to connect with, was that Mullen he was looking for on the baseline? Now we got the Ilić brothers reunited. 2.5 to go. Veljko playing with 4. Milos just with 2. I wanted to hang 3 on him like everybody else. Stemke draws that one, draws that contact, and draws a 1-and-1 opportunity.
You talk of what Hampton does, and that's Mullen's 5th foul, so really quiet night by Mullen. We talked about as a
Extra
player
quiet
to watch. Scored 22 in the last games, got 5 fouls. His 5 fouls, 0 points on the night, 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from the 3, but 6 rebounds. 14 minutes for Mullen.
1 more rebound than fouls. All right. Yep, I suppose there will be days like that if you're playing NCAA D1 basketball. Or heck, any kind of basketball, really, Jim. Just nothing going my way today, and that's the case with Mullen. Also, George Beal, no factor in this game. Those are 2 of the top 3 players, sort of the 3-man core of the team. Farrakhan, of course, being among them, as Stemke with that sweet stroke. Trims the lead again. All Loyola has done, they've gotten within 5 this half. Plenty of time.
Stemke now in double figures. Really quiet there in the first half. Took him a while to get going.
Milos Ilić, by the way, 20 points, 7 boards. Stemke, after a cold first half, 10 points and 4 rebounds.
Nice job by Loyola defensively. Something Tyson Commander usually steals right there. Just a little too much for him, right off his fingertips.
Yeah, he can't believe he didn't come up with it. Now Veljko replaces Tyson. Loyola figuring they can match up a little better defensively with that switch. Long, leans into Milos Ilić, leans in twice. Stemke on the double team.
Timeout by Hampton, good job.
Right before the travel call came the timeout call.
Coach Yvonne Thomas, nice job with the timeout. Notice his player was in trouble. Loyola only with 1 timeout left, Hampton with 3. But you looked at Hampton's offense, Gary, and just the way the timely cutting when your teammate is either driving to the basket or looking for the backdoor cuts. They've got a really nice job today on the flex screens, catching the ball in the paint, finishing.
Struthers and Bristol with 14 points each. Goods with 13. I would say the game ball, if they hang on, has to almost be carved into thirds. Take a look at Loyola's schedule. Back on the road again. DePaul next Saturday at 1 o'clock. Then we open up Thursday, January 2nd, way up in cold Western Massachusetts against Holy Cross. Lehigh with the conference home opener on Sunday the 5th. Army, Navy, American after that. Then the games really start to fly by, Jim. You get into conference play. And we are anxious to see Josh Leffler's team thrown into that. See how it looks. Bristol just powers his way into beautiful position.
Power is right, too, taking Stemke right at the chest, getting the contact, finishing high, using the backboard.
The lead is back to 8. Loyola right now in a dangerous spot. They're trying to get to 6 and 4. Theodosiou, Veljko Ilić dumps it back down to his brother, and he gets fouled.
Big man to big man pass right there. High-low, finding his brother down the paint. Clock is stopped. You have an opportunity for 2 at the free throw line.
Loyola's got to make some hay here. Absolute must.
Greyhound shooting 59% from the free throw line. Looking to better this right now.
Interesting how Loyola's still got a foul to give before even the 1-on-1 for Hampton. They've got 5 team fouls. Loyola's in the automatic 2-shot bonus. I mean, it's screaming, here's the path forward, here's the red carpet. Get on for the ride, Greyhounds, right? That's what I know these fans are thinking it. Milos Ilić, just another exceptional game. 22 points and a steal. Is that called
travel?
Theodosiou?
Yeah.
Travel?
Good job using the crow hop. It just slid a little bit there in the paint, and that's going to be a quick travel.
Is that the first travel call we've heard today?
You see the Greyhounds with a
There's
quick
Theodosiou
steal.
On the baseline.
Getting inside the paint. Questionable call there by the guys upstairs. Got a good look at it. See if the Greyhounds again could try to get another steal, force a quick turnover. Only down 6 here.
And they just want to get themselves to that foul line. Just make Loyola chase, make them foul. 1 to give. Now that's done. The next foul of that nature, the Pirates are at the foul line. So good play by Loyola. Why not use it then and disrupt what looked like it was developing into a good possession?
Ooh. Ilić got rocked right in the face again by Long.
After he committed the foul, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a little sense of how do you like it with that, you know. Milos has he's already taken his share of hits this season. How could you not, right? 6'10", you're the heart and soul of the offense. It flows through you. If you got enough guys to go out there and mix it up with number 11, you send them out there. It's like a hockey shift, right? Long, just when it looked like he was short, he was long.
How about Hampton just taking a good one, Gary? Hampton taking care of business at the free throw line, too, by the way. 22 for 26 at the free throw line.
Yeah, we've been reporting that. It's been fun to watch. Not for Josh Leffler. That's how you keep a lead protected, ladies and gents. 68-60, 2 makes by Long. He also in double figures, 10 to go with 4 rebounds and a couple of assists. 1:12 remaining. And Loyola's got to be closer to perfect than they've been throughout this game to pull this off. Speed glides in with the make. The lead back to 6.
Josh using
101.
Last timeout, too.
Timeout.
So 0 timeouts, down 6, 101 left.
No choice but to call it then. And this is kind of like calling multiple plays in the huddle, right?
See a replay of Hampton's last couple buckets right here as they're 3 for 4 from their last 4 from the field. Coach Leffler now pressure D, talking about on defense, force them away from the basket.
And then if we want to roll the tape on some foul shooting tips for the kids. 23 of 26, 24 of 27 now.
23 of 27.
23 of 27 are the Pirates. And that is why that lead is what it is right now. This hasn't been comfortable, particularly for either team, but no doubt Hampton's the more comfortable team, Jim, in the way this game.
And Hampton's
The
going to
Pirates
Yep.
down to D.C. Next up, we'll play Howard University. They were in the MEAC for a long time with locally teams like Morgan State, Coppin State. Howard was in and out of that league. And the foul on Trevor Smith. You got to foul quickly now. Got to be decisive about it.
Hampton setting up a football play there. All 5 guys right along the baseline. Trevor Smith, 1-and-1 opportunity here at the free throw line. Trevor Smith.
There's 9 players on this roster shooting at least 75% at the foul line.
Sophomore guard.
And that includes Trevor Smith at 87.5. He's hit 14 of 16. Make it 15 of 17 this year.
And a guy, Gary, who you mentioned, George Beal Jr., who we haven't seen much here, that much of the game. He's a perfect 18 for 18 on the season from the free throw line. So this team with Hampton, an excellent free throw shooting team, which is important coming down the stretch in moments like this, continue to build a lead.
70 to 62. 59.3 ticks away from winning are these visiting Pirates of Hampton University. Speed. The kick out. Commander with the swish. 70 to 65. 48.3 seconds remaining, and that is Commander's first 3
Plenty
of
of
the
time.
day. Stemke came over on a great double, and that's what happens when you double that far away from the bucket. You give up that.
Got to go, got to continue
Bristol
to go.
Lead back to 7. Theodosiou going to the rack, and he gets fouled by Goods.
And that's what you like here. Clock is stopped, have an opportunity, add 2 to the free throw line.
Or how about that crossover by Jacob?
See the leak out with the dunk. Wide open dunk there for Hampton. That can happen for the Greyhounds if you want to win.
Yeah, you got to make them. And I understand taking that chance because you want that turnover and you want it right there. It was set up until it wasn't. Stemke just a tad late on that first double team and then couldn't get in the face of keeping that play from happening after the ball changed hands for Hampton. And next thing you know, like you said, here comes the leak out. Stemke. God, he got a lot of basketball too, but that slap down definitely is going to draw the foul call automatically. 33.7 remaining. The only thing good about Loyola's situation is the clock is not moving. Bristol leading these Pirates with 18 points. There's also 4 for 5 at the foul line. When you're shooting this percentage as a team, everybody's game is on.
Oh, yeah. It makes the game a whole heck of a lot easier, too. And, Gary, coming into this game, we talked about ball security, how important that would be. Greyhounds with 14 turnovers, Hampton with 9. Hampton has 18 points off of those turnovers. Could potentially be the difference right there.
Coach Leffler was worried about that. The turnover rates that is forced by the Pirates.
Wow.
Whoa, and Stemke
good flush,
cleans it up.
elevation. Got to see if he can get a stop here. Quick stop.
Quick foul. 19 seconds remaining. The lead is 5.
Watch the dunk here by
Skip
Stemke.
Jordan
Good
going
timing.
airborne again.
Good elevation. The flush in traffic. Offensive board. Stemke with 12 points, 5 rebounds. As 5 fouls now for Speed. This gives the coach an opportunity to draw something up real quick.
Loyola now herded back to their positions along the foul line.
David Brown's going to check in now for Speed, who's out now with 5 fouls.
8 points, 5 rebounds, and a lot of physicality thrown at him today. Braden Speed, boy, he held up, the freshman did. He just went down a little bit early with those 5 fouls.
And this is, Gary, this is good preparation for the Patriot League. And you talk about the league and the physical play that they're going to see. You know, talk about the service schools, Navy, Army, physical guards. Good experience for Speed to get some minutes and quality, solid minutes underneath him. As an offensive board right there
Another
by
foul.
Hampton is going to put it away.
6-point advantage, probably going to grow here. 15.1 left on the clock.
20 points for Bristol, 9 rebounds.
And the lead increases. Commander from the corner, no good. Bristol, leak out, Struthers. Did he miss that on purpose out of class? I don't know, but whatever it was, it's good enough. Because Hampton outlasted and held off Loyola at every turn in this second half to take out of here a 76-68 win, well deserved by the Pirates. They move to 7-5, and they're going to get back into their conference schedule next. Loyola, one more non-conference game